guys, so we are at the bottom, the beginning of the climb of Sherman Summit. Turn the AC down so maybe I'm not yelling. Hopefully I'm not yelling. So this guy broke down. He looks partially in the lane like a damn goofball. Yup, he is, so I gotta get over. Bear with me there, Dodge Ram. Is he partial? Man, he is white on the white line. He's right on that white line. Not a good place to be. Alright, so anyway guys, we are climbing Sherman Summit. This is the base of it. And I want to talk to you about temperatures. So I kicked my fan on at the bottom. I just downshifted to 9th, which is my direct gear. I turned my fan on. My coolant is at 200. And my oil temp is 225. It is 79 degrees out. But here's the thing. My odometer, I have 977,000 miles. These trucks, oh, also my EGTs are 800 climbing the hill fully loaded. I'm 76,500. So anyways, truck driving and getting from point A to point B is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a long race, right? You're not out here and only going to do one load. You're going to do multiple loads over years or a year or the entire service of your truck, right? So take care of your equipment. There is no point in leaving cruise control on and just coasting, or letting cruise control do its work and have full throttle up this hill. So you continually back out of it, nice and slow. My foot is maybe half pedal. My coolant is still at 200. The fan is still cooking. Oil temp is maybe 228, right? We get over, we're not in any big rush. There's absolutely no rush up and down these hills. Like, this is a heck of a climb. I'm doing 38 miles an hour. Coolant is still at 200. Uh-oh, there's another blue star broke down. Oil temp is still 228, 230 almost. EGTs are 800, okay? Like, we have no problem going slow up a hill. And that's what we do. We back out of it. We let the engine find its comfortable zone. Like, check it out. The difference of doing 35 miles an hour up this hill, or I even back out of it more. Okay. 1300 RPMs. 7th gear, downshift. Now we're at 1600, 1700, right? I can feather that throttle. Watch this, 1600 or 1700 if I want, right? I can put my foot in it, give it a little more boost, and you know what those high RPMs do? They spin that fan way fucking quicker. So it's pushing more air through. Look, I am halfway up this hill. Coolant temp is still just barely above 200. She'll probably lower now that I'm cooking the fan at 1800 RPMs. Oil temp, 230. Like, these are temps that you get normal, rolling straight down the road. EGT's climbed up, we're at about 900, 950. If I put my foot in it, climbs up 950, 1,000, right? I back out of it, 900. It is okay. 200 on the coolant, 230 on the oil temp. It is okay to go slow up a hill. It doesn't stress, like high RPMs, like 16, 1700. I run down the road at 1500 RPM, 70 miles an hour in overdrive. That is my speed. That's what I do. Look at this. Oh my gosh, beautiful. 800 on the EGTs, 230 on the oil temp. It went down a little bit, 200 on the coolant. Like, kick your fan on and chill, bro. It's a hill. Like, what's the rush? There's no point in trying to race up a hill and stressing your equipment out. High RPM, if you have a manual fan switch, kick that bad boy on. And oh, look at this. Oil or coolant temps are lowering because the high RPM fan. 230 on the oil temp. I know a guy with a brand new X15. He runs down the interstate at, we're gonna kick our hazards on and scoot over for United. He runs down the road with his brand new X15, 230 on the oil temp all the time, he says. My shit rarely climbs above 230 on oil temp, okay? All right, cool deal, cool deal. We got around Mr. United because he had a little breakdown on the hill. That's what I'm saying though. You guys, it's getting hot. I mean, it's only 75 right now on this hill, it says, but it's getting hot, man. Back out of it, climb up a hill nice and slow, 30 miles an hour. And guess what? I can put my foot in it and upshift if I want. But do I want to? No. Do you guys want to see me do that? Just to prove that we've got the power to go up a little? Sure, all right. So we'll get these EGTs up to 1,000. All right, there's 1,000, 1,800 on the RPMs, 230 on the oil temp, 200 on the coolant. Made it to 1,900. Now we're at 1,320. EGT still 1,000, that's all right. We're not cooking the turbo. If they get up like 1,100, 1,200, which mine have never gone above 1,100. But check this out. We're at the top of the hill, guys. I just grabbed 8th gear. I mean, we're moving. EGTs are going down because the angle of the hill's going down. That is how you handle a hill. But look, see, we're putting our foot in it more, so coolant raised up a little bit, 1,700 on the RPMs. Now we can back out of it a little. 42 miles an hour, 8th gear. Back out of the accelerator, the throttle, and just cruise. Like, this is comfortable, this is fine. If I'm only at 20 PSI on my boost, EGTs are back down at 850. What I'm saying is take care of your equipment. Don't drive it like a company vehicle. If you're an owner-operator and your temp gets up above like 215, 230, I know those Freightliners, they don't have automatic fan switches. Pay to get one wired in. It is worth it, right? So oil temp, we're looking at 232, coolant back down to 200, EGTs 800. Life's good, bruh. That's how you climb a hill. Maintain your shit, take care of it. And if we want, we can put our foot in it a little as we crest this peak. Check this out. Fan, we kick the fan off, right? We gain, with the fan on and off, we gain and lose about 40 to 50 horsepower. So I am okay with losing that horsepower just to keep my temps down. So that's how it's done, y'all. Anyways, maintain your equipment, take care of it, baby it. You know, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. It is a long distance marathon, okay? You want to get 1,000,000 miles in that odometer. All right, and look, the fan automatically comes on at 210. At the top of the hill, once I kick the fan off, at the top of the hill, my temps climbed up to 210. But the entire climb, because I babied it, they stayed down at 200. So that manual fan switch is worth its weight in gold. Also, 210 is not hot in the temperature. That's just where the fan switch automatically comes on. My fan kicks on and off with the air conditioner on. And actually, I only have the sleeper AC blowing right now. But look at this, cruising along, EGT's at 700 with that new PDI manifold, new turbo. If we want boost, we're at about, ooh, what's that, 10 to 20. Can fluctuate it in there depending. We're at 15 PSI. New turbo, give me boost, climbing up. So there's 25 on that boost gauge, 25 on that boost, 28. So anyway, guys, maintain your baby. She makes you money. That's, and you wanna maintain. Look, cooling, our fan is on. Coolant temps down to about 192. Oil temp 228. Life's good, y'all. Keep on trucking. That's how you keep on trucking. You just monitor your gauges. That's what they're for. And baby this big girl. So I'm gonna let you guys go. That's how you climb a hill. That was Sherman Summit, coming out of Laramie, heading westbound to Cheyenne. So we'll catch y'all later. Keep on trucking by maintaining your equipment. Like, look, dude, we saw that United truck broke down. We saw that Translead truck broke down. I saw another one that dropped a driveline back before Laramie. You got this guy right here. Hopefully he's okay. What happened there? Oh shit, his fuel tank fell off. That sucks, homie. Maintain your babies. Do what you gotta do. Take care of it at home or in the shop, or at the truck stop. You park for the night, see something wrong, fix it. Fix it, handle it. That's the biggest thing. Handle your shit. But anyway, guys, time to boogie on down into Colorado. My mother is flying in, so I'm gonna be hanging out with her tonight and tomorrow. She's in the process of moving out of California. Yep, hooray. So she's coming out to look at some houses. Oof. And all right, we out. Keep on trucking. Stay loaded. All right, YouTube, so there it is, 76,500 on my total weight. That was scaled in Ripon, California at that Flying J. So we ran out, let's see, I fueled up in Corning, California, and I was empty when I fueled there at freaking, how much was that? $4.15 a gallon. But anyway, check this out. This is fuel mileage. So my last odometer reading when I fueled up in Troutdale, that's when we would start. And then I fueled up in Corning, California, Mill City, Nevada, Lake Point, Utah, and Commerce City, Colorado. And so I did the math. So 977,891 minus the other odometer, we get 2,053 miles. I added up all my gallons, 372 gallons, and you divide the miles by the gallons, obviously you get 5.51 miles to the gallon at 76,500, and that's running the speed limit like 70, 75 through certain areas, coming up and over Wyoming, and then dropping into that's coming across 80 through Nevada, cooking at flip you around, cooking at Nevada speeds, and then going up through Salt Lake, and then up and over 80 through Wyoming. So, and then dropping down 25 because I went up Sherman Summit, and dropping down 25 into Denver and Colorado Springs and Fountain. So I have a heavy foot, I guess. If I need to get up and go, I go, but about 5.5, 6.2 if I'm light, or if I'm heading like away from the Continental Divide or heading south, like Chicago to Texas, I get 6.2, 6.5. But yeah, she's no fuel squeezer, that's for sure. Aerodynamic, I don't know about that, but I would definitely spec a truck a little different. I didn't get to spec this one, I bought it used. You got to work with what you got until we can spec a new one. So, and since Peterbilt, the 389s, they came out with that stupid electronic dash now, I definitely won't be getting into a 389. That's some bullshit. I would only get into a 389 if they kept the dash like mine, full gauge package. I'd probably buy, if I bought a brand new truck, either a Peterbilt 567 or a W900. So there, I said it. Spec it with an 18 speed, possibly an auxiliary 4 speed, even though I wouldn't be doing heavy haul. I would have fun dropping it into a double overdrive and then putting it into high gear of overdrive, and that would drop the RPM significantly. Or run the 18 speed in direct and then drop it into an overdrive or a double overdrive on that 4-speed auxiliary transmission. Ooh, shit, you'd be cooking across Nevada, like 1,200 RPMs if that. Spec it out with like 264s or 308s in the rear. I would definitely go a low gear. I think 308s is the lowest you can go and get double lockers, where it'll lock the left and right tire on each axle and the front and back axle. But anyway, I'll save that for another video. Now I'm just talking out loud. But yeah, 5.5 to the gallon. I have tons of history on this thing, so we'll just go over it. Like 5.5, 5.53, 5.575, 5.5, 6.07. Hey, we broke sixes. 4.63, that was a rough day. 6.03, 5.77, 6.3, 6.2, 5. So as you can see, 5.2, 5.2, 5.28, 4.95, 5.2. She 5.9, 6.2, 5.8, 4.8. That's rough. So anyways, you guys see the pattern. 5 to 6. It sucks. It's no better than a square nose, you know, freaking 389, 379 out there. That's for sure. There's a lot of brand new trucks getting, with the hoods, getting better fuel mileage than this, so it is what it is. You gotta work with what you got. Just delivered here in Cheyenne. Went from West Valley, Utah, or Salt Lake City, Utah. Cheyenne here delivering Coca-Cola. Was editing some videos, and I wanted to mention in the Windover I-80 video you just watched, and then this one running up the hill, I had that camera mounted here that I turned on. I've got 2 GoPros, so I slapped one on my head and one on the window, and I was gonna start cutting the videos together, so I'd be talking and it would just change view, you know, and splice them together, and you wouldn't skip a beat, but you'd change views, and I thought that'd be cool. Stayed over at a friend's house last weekend, and yeah, about 4 days ago, and I was doing some editing on my freaking computer, we got too busy, and freaking lost the SD card out of that camera that was on the window. So it's gone forever, unfortunately. I got to get a new SD card so I can record with both cameras again. But yeah, you won't see that angle for a while until I stop at a Walmart and get an SD card or Office Depot or whatever. But anyway, enjoy this hill climb. Always remember, drop a gear, kick the fan on at the bottom. I highly recommend, if you don't have a fan switch, get one wired in. I know Kenworth and Freightliner don't come with them. But yeah, get one wired in. Peterbilts come with them. It's awesome. I kick it on at the bottom of the hill, drop gears, keep the RPMs high, keep that wind moving, and my temps run colder than they would if you didn't do that. I just ran this same hill last night with my buddy Justin and his buddy Pierre, and I asked them what their temps were, and I was at 200 on my coolant and they were at 210. I was at 230 on my oil and they were at 240, and one of those trucks has a brand new X15. The other one I think was still rocking an ISX 15, but newer than mine. His was 2015 or 2016, I want to say, truck. But yeah, so definitely drop a gear, kick the fan on, keep the RPMs high, and keep on chugging up them hills. But yeah, here's that video. I gotta start boogieing towards Grand Island, and actually I'm gonna call that agent, make sure that load's good, and I'll load it up. But enjoy this hill climb.